Well, hi there, kids. Ted here from Planet LP. Guess who we've got, John, in the house? There's a couple of guys here. Well, this way, that you may not recognize. One is John Notto. He is a guitarist for the band Dirty Honey, and the other guy is Justin Smolian, also the bass player for Dirty Honey. Hello, guys. How are you?
What's happening?
Yeah. How you doing, Justin?
I'm good.
Yeah. John, how
Yeah.
are you?
I'm good. Justin seems a little suspicious, although we've gotten along well. We've gotten on well, as they say in the business. Good to see you, my brother.
Good to see you guys. Yes, this is our little video extra for social media. Now, the guys in the band have made a pretty big announcement, but we'd like you guys to make the announcement here for our Planet LP inhabitants. John Notto, what's going on with the band in 2022?
So we're going to kick off 2022 with a co-headline tour with Wolfgang, with Mammoth WVH. The tour starts the last week of January, I think 20th or 20. What is it? 21st. Justin's good with the numbers. Yeah, and it's going to go around the country in about 6 weeks, and we're going to hit all the major cities, and we're going to have a good time. It's a co-headline tour, so we're both playing the same length set, and we're just flip-flopping who finishes each night. And man, I'm pumped.
How does that work? Do you guys flip for it? Who gets to headline the night? Who gets to go on last?
That was a manager flip-flop. I don't know how they worked it out, but
There was no
Yeah, I'm
fight.
repping for it.
I don't know if they still like each other after it. No, I'm just kidding.
So was this put together by your management team, or do you know Wolfgang?
It was put together by management, yeah.
And we share the same agent also, the booking agent, that is.
So you guys have met. You guys know each other fairly well?
That meeting Wolfgang is actually not how it happened. It just seemed like, well, they're coming off the Guns N' Roses tour. We're coming off the Black Rose tour, kind of in tandem, and we're both looking for something to do for the next 6 months, and it was really a brainchild of our manager. He's like, I just think that where it would be a good bill, and they were down, so I guess that's how it happened.
We are.
Lead singer Mark LaBelle, he said, people who come to our shows are going to see two bands who are looking to prove that rock and roll is definitely very much alive and well. When you got started with this band, were people telling you that rock is dead?
Well, it's just a feeling here in LA, especially. I mean, there is a big rock station, but
Nobody was going, don't do this, rock is dead. But I think the general sentiment of the music industry is it's not at the forefront of the pop charts, maybe.
which doesn't mean you shouldn't play that music. It just means, especially being here, how do you get your start? Because
Yeah.
here, people want to sign something that will go up the charts, And to be fair, that is kind of how we got our break. It just was a chart that none of us were really aware of because most of it is new rock. And so we weren't really paying attention to that. But our manager, he saw that. He's like, I can put this song, I can make it happen in that context, even though we don't fit in. So in a way, it was the avenue we thought might reject us. We just didn't know there was another lane.
Well, and based on the sellouts of the tours you've done already, including your own headlining tour, I get the feeling that this is going to be a guitar manifesto, a vocal manifesto of fun for fans who want to see these two bands get together and rock, very guitar rock. I mean, is that a fair way to describe this? If you're a guitar fanatic, you're going to love this tour.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a bass player tour.
I was waiting for that, Justin. Waiting for that. That's right. This is mainly for bass players. If you really like bass players, you're going to like this show.
Look,
Be a
it's
lot
going
of
to be a
bass
jazz
solos.
odyssey, okay?
Yeah,
We're just
jazz
going to
odyssey.
take you on a bass jazz odyssey.
There's going to be a lot of fusion drumming.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. There'll be some good drumming too. Sure.
No, it's definitely a guitar player tour.
It's a guitar player tour. Now, our
Which is
podcast often spotlights music that we call them our inhabitants. They're our listeners, but we call them our inhabitants, hence, the Planet LP thing. That music that we should be listening to, music we may not be aware of. And they'll send us suggestions, whether they hit us up on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, wherever. What should we be listening to, you guys? Besides Dirty Honey, besides Mammoth.
Because I can't stop.
It's so funny, dude. Like, I'm such an old head now. Like, it's so, like, I'm excited because I just found an LP by Cameo from 1980. Like, that's my recent discovery.
That's old.
Yeah, I'm like, Cameosis, dude. How did I not know about this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a band, Joyous Wolf, that opened up for us on our headlining summer tour. They were pretty cool. They're kind of in the same style as us. I mean,
guitar
honestly,
player.
I think all of us like listen to a lot of styles of music. Like, I really love Chris Stapleton. I think anything he's put out, you should check out.
Awesome.
I like that new Silk Sonic group that Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak have. It's very throwback also, but pretty dope.
Yeah. Somebody, I just had to do an interview, like email answer questions, and it was like, what's your favorite song of 2021? I was like, and I had to say Skate, because I was like, by Silk Sonic. Because, man, I was like, dude, like, I love like Justin was saying in the other portion, I love old school funk, and like, I'm so glad that somebody with that amount of visibility is like tributing the 70s like that.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Justin, don't you like Royal Blood?
I really like Royal Blood. Royal Blood's badass. I've been thinking about doing something similar with my bass rig as to what he's doing, but I don't think John will like that.
Nobody in the audience, or like 50% of the audience, probably doesn't realize that, but like, because they've made it sound like a trio somehow. But
yeah.
I think that we are going to post the tour date info, if we haven't already, up on our socials too. But you guys will end up in California, no doubt, right? Are you going to get anywhere close to us near San Francisco, or do we need to get down to San Diego and LA to see you?
I looked at the itinerary. They're going to be in Sacramento, John.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, then that old dude wearing the Jimi Hendrix t-shirt is going to be screaming when you're gone.
Next to the other old dude wearing the t-shirt.
There'll probably be a couple of you.
That's going to happen. I'm just going to warn you. Sacramento. Hey, we know that dude. That's me. Anyway, I'm excited about that.
So they're starting in Chicago. They do the East Coast, Midwest, and then they make their way west. One date in Toronto. That's the only Canadian date at this point. Maybe they're going to book you more, but who knows? No. And then you head into California, and then it's kind of a weird thing. You're like in LA, and I think you go to Arizona, and then you come back to California. Just a quick jaunt down the coast to Arizona. That's all. Just go down the coast.
You can't always get the routing perfect.
Yes.
It always ends with like, we're home. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Home. Nope. Let's go play some golf in Arizona. Then we'll get home.
Yeah.
So it's no secret, because we've done a whole video on the song California Dreamin'. Thank you. We love the whole album, but this song was the one that kind of like, who the hell are these guys? These guys are great.
Oh, that's awesome.
So John Notto, you're like a riff master. I'm not a good guitarist. I'm like a beginner. John Young is a good guitarist, but I was trying to figure out the little tabulature on Ultimate Tabs, and I wasn't sure if I even got it right. Would you be able to demonstrate how you do the main riff of that song?
It's our favorite riff, John.
Yeah.
This is what I do when John takes guitar solos on stage.
Can you hear it? Yeah. So it's just, I tried to give you a view of the hands.
Yes, perfect.
Thank you. Now, Justin, you do some great bass runs on that song too, especially in the pre-chorus. I know you're a little busy with a little herb there, but do you have your bass to be able to demonstrate that?
Let's see. Can you hear this?
Yes.
And the like kind of working this hammer-on kind of thing into a couple of songs, because I really like what's that Guns N' Roses song where they do it? It's So Easy. And Flea also does it in the beginning of Around the World. But I wanted to take that concept. So I do that at the beginning of every one. And then I'm just kind of like doing licks after that. and it's all based around B major, which is the chord John's playing. So I just kind of do licks based on that shape. And I kind of play something different every time live. That's kind of part of the song where I like to improvise a little bit. And yeah, Nick just really caught some good moments in the studio. And that was like the freshest song that we did, like the newest one. So I think the take that we chose was kind of the only one where I played it right the whole way through. Right? Because I wasn't even playing the riff with you, John, the first couple of times we recorded. I was doing more of like an open.
Right. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. And we were all like, no.
Yeah. Just play the riff.
Just play the riff.
But yeah, like I actually had to go back and like learn those bass lines after we recorded it because I was like, oh, what did I do? So, but I also at the same time, I'm like, well, I'm not going to play the exact same thing live every time because that's just boring.
Well, and you're filling up that space live too, which is so cool. The way you guys play off of each other that way. Yeah. Leave yourself a little room to, tweak it every now and again.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're very fortunate to have had a demo from
total demo. It's so
for
cool.
the guys who made the music.
Yeah.
Now I won't struggle so much on the guitar part because yesterday I was creaking it through like, a little arthritic sort of, I don't know how they do this. So I'm listening to it over and over.
Yeah.
Put your Telecaster down, pick up a Les Paul, pick up a real guitar, and we'll see if you can
Hey,
auto style.
Hey, come on. I bought that Telecaster Guitar Center.
I got you. All right.
for $400.
$400. I know.
I like it. I was actually playing on acoustic, which was really hard because the strings are a little fatter. So it was difficult for me to kind of make my way around the acoustic. So maybe I'll switch to the telly and see if it works better. But guys, I want to thank you for being on this little video extra talking about the big tour in 2022. You're starting out in Chicago and you end up here in California where John and I are and where you guys are in your home base. Thanks so much for being on the Planet LP podcast and the Planet LP social media channels.
Oh, thanks for having us. It's been a blast. You guys are entertaining and that helps.
We hope to see you in Sacramento.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks again, you guys.
Cheers.